SLAs are one of the tools that will help you to avoid falling into a mental state that psychologists call learned helplessness. So, what leads to learned helplessness? One really common cause of it is too many emergencies. When everything is an emergency, then nothing is an emergency, and that leads us back to SLAs. You can't fix all of your vulnerabilities this week, so that's where SLAs come in. Question is, how quickly can you fix it? And you're probably not measuring it, and therefore you can't answer that question. You can guess. Maybe your guess is right. Probably is not. So what does the data say? How quickly have you done it historically? Exposure response answers that question. So that first step is to start measuring it and see how you're doing. And then you can look at whether that needs improvement and start having conversations about how you go about improving it. One of the reasons that SLAs are usually an increment of 7 days. Maintenance windows are on weekends. So if I have an SLA of 7 days, then that means I have 1 weekend to fix whatever that is. If it's 14 days, I have 2 weekends to fix that. So if you schedule updates that way, you can find a balance between what you can do with the limiting factors versus what you would do if you had unlimited resources. And then that lets you manage expectations. And the fastest thing that I've seen sink an exposure management program is unreasonable expectations. There is a reason that we call it exposure management, vulnerability management, whichever term that you use, not exposure perfection. You can't afford exposure perfection, but you can afford exposure management.